Have you ever smiled so well? No one noticed you were drowning. Have you ever said, "I'm okay" so many times? You almost believed it. This is the day I stopped pretending. And what came next wasn't weakness, it was healing. The exhaustion of always holding it together. Some of us don't fall apart in public. We hold it together like it's our job. We reply politely. We show up. We smile in group photos. But inside, we're shivering, quietly collapsing. And the worst part is, people applaud us for it. You're so strong. You're always so calm. I wish I had your self-control. But what they really mean is, thank you for not making me uncomfortable. So we keep performing, not because we want to lie, but because we're scared of what will happen if we finally let go. And in that fear, we start mistaking silence for strength and numbness for resilience. But they're not the same. The truth, strength isn't silence. We've been told to stay composed, to rise above, to be the strong one. But strength isn't about not feeling. It's about feeling fully without being destroyed. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." We forget that reaction includes acknowledgement. That real stoicism begins not by hiding pain, but by naming it, facing it, walking with it. But how can you respond wisely to something you won't even admit is there? You can't heal what you won't look at. My mask started to crack, and I didn't know what to do. I was good at pretending, too good. No one knew I hadn't slept through the night in weeks, or that brushing my teeth felt like a task, or that when someone asked, "How are you?" my voice automatically answered, "I'm fine." I didn't lie to deceive, I lied to survive. I told myself, it'll pass. Just keep going. But healing isn't a finish line. It's not something you run toward. It's something you soften into. And sometimes you have to stop running to even know you're hurt. The moment everything unraveled, it wasn't some life-altering event. It happened in a grocery store. The soft flick of fluorescent lights, rain-speckled pavement outside, me holding a basket of oats and bananas. The cashier smiled. "How's your day going?" And I opened my mouth to say, "Good, thanks." But nothing came out. Instead, I whispered, "Honestly, not great." She paused, then said softly, "Yeah, I've had a few of those too." Nothing profound, but something shifted. On the walk home, I noticed my breath again. The way puddles held broken reflections of the city, the sound of my own footsteps on wet concrete. And I thought, what if I stopped trying so hard to seem okay? I've been on the other side too. Before I go on, I want to say something. I've been that person too. The one who says, "You're strong. You'll be fine." The one who nervously changes the subject when someone opens up. I've told people to move on too quickly, not because I didn't care, but because I didn't know how to sit with their pain. I was afraid it would spill into mine. So if you've ever done that, you're not heartless. You were just trying to protect something soft inside yourself. We're all learning. The night I let myself be broken, gently that night, I didn't try to fix anything, didn't clean, didn't read a self-help quote, didn't force a solution. I sat on the kitchen floor, back against the cabinet, dishes still in the sink, and I cried, not loudly, just enough to finally feel it. And I realized I didn't rise from rock bottom. I sank, and I found ground there. Sometimes healing isn't a ladder. It's a spiral staircase. And that night, I took one step down, but somehow felt lighter. What Epictetus taught me about real peace. Later, I reread a passage I'd underlined years ago. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. I'd spent months wishing I felt better, wishing I could be the version of myself from before. But peace didn't come from getting back to who I was. It came from accepting who I am now, even if that version is bruised and quieter. That is stoicism. Not pretending the storm doesn't exist, but learning how to stand in the rain without forgetting your name. A small success, no longer hiding and fine. A few days later, I met a friend for coffee. We sat by the window, the clink of glass jars and soft jazz in the background. She asked, "How have you really been?" And I said, "Not great, but I'm being honest about it now." She nodded, didn't rush to cheer me up, just listened. And that changed everything. For the first time, I felt seen. Not because I was strong, but because I was real. I'm still not who I want to be, but I'm no longer hiding. There are still days I default to I'm fine. Still mornings I numb out with caffeine, playlists, and scrolling, but more and more I meet my pain at the door instead of locking it outside. I talk to it, breathe with it, let it sit at my table. I'm still fragile, still learning, still afraid some days, but I'm no longer performing strength. I'm living inside my softness, and somehow that's stronger than anything I ever faked. If you're tired of pretending, if I'm fine feels like a lie on your tongue, you don't have to be okay to begin. You just have to begin by telling the truth. There's no badge for suffering silently, no trophy for hiding your tears. You're allowed to be human, to tremble, to not know, and still be worthy of love, especially from yourself. If this felt like breathing a little deeper, like this video, subscribe to Bare Soul Notes and share this with the one person you know has been saying I'm fine too often. Because healing doesn't begin when the pain is over. It begins when you finally stop hiding it.